Good morning, children. Welcome back to the bio class. Today we are here to discuss about the human digestive system. The process of conversion of macromolecules of food into micromolecules. Macro and micro. Macro large, micro small. So this conversion of large molecules of food into tiny, smaller. This we call as digestion. What is digestion? The digestion of food can be defined as the process of conversion of macromolecules of food into micromolecules by the action of enzymes. By the action of enzymes. Who is responsible to convert that macromolecules of food into micromolecules? Several digesting enzymes. There are enzymes which are responsible for digestion. There are protein digesting enzymes, carbohydrate digesting enzyme, fat digesting enzyme, lipid digesting enzymes. Several food components we take as a part of our diet. The diet which we consume, we take, contains various kind of food. Means maybe a source, the food type of food which you consume, maybe a carbohydrate, maybe a protein, maybe a fat, maybe a lipid, maybe a micro vitamins and other minerals. So several enzymes which are present in our body, which are present in the digestive glands, they are responsible to break down, convert these macromolecules of food into micromolecules. See here, the parts which are associated with the human digestive system are shown in the diagram. The process of digestion begins from the mouth. Process of digestion begins from mouth, esophagus, stomach. These are glands which are associated with liver, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine. Then rectum and anus. There is an appendix, vermiform appendix. This is considered as a vestigial organ of our body. It has no role. It has no specific function. Vermiform appendix has no role in the body, though it is present at the end of this large intestine. The other end of large intestine further extend down as anus, from where the excretory nitrogenous waste are excreted from our body after the digestion process gets over, the undigested food material in the form of fecal matter. The other end here, there is a small organ, we call it as vermiform appendix, and which is considered as the vestigial organ of our body. So, see here, mouth. There are 3 pairs of salivary glands present in the mouth. How many? 3 pairs of salivary glands. Paratroid, sublingual and maxillary. These 3 collectively, these 3 types of salivary glands are present in the buccal cavity of the mouth, either side, here, right here. Where is the location of salivary glands in the body? Buccal cavity of the mouth, here, either side of this. 3 pairs there will be. Salivary glands will be 3 pairs. Paratroid, sublingual and submaxillary. These are the types of 3 pairs of salivary glands present in the mouth, buccal cavity of the mouth. So the salivary gland produces saliva. What they produce? Saliva. And the saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. Saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase. Which enzymes are present in the saliva of the mouth? Saliva is produced by salivary glands, and which contains saliva has salivary amylase. They are the enzymes present in the saliva. Next, from mouth, the tube extends down further. This tube we call as esophagus or food pipe. This can be called as esophagus or food pipe. Commonly we can call it as food pipe also. Esophagus. When the food from mouth, it gets mixed with saliva initial stage. When it gets mixed with saliva, it is called bolus. Due to the action of the process of digestion begins from mouth only. The moment the food amount of food is placed in the mouth, get mixed with saliva, then the converted saliva chewed food which is mixed with saliva is now termed as bolus. That bolus from mouth now comes down to the next part and it is esophagus. When the food comes down from mouth to the esophagus, when it is swallowed, when we swallow it, the esophagus shows a movement, and the movement generated produce a vibration produced by esophagus is called peristaltic movement. Which movement? Peristaltic movement is produced by esophagus. The wall of esophagus then becomes broad, narrow, broad, narrow, broad, narrow, like this. Bulge out, bulging, bulge out, bulging, like this. In this way, what happens? The peristaltic movement is produced by esophagus, the wall of esophagus. Due to that peristaltic movement, what happens? The food from the esophagus is pushed further down towards the stomach. Otherwise, if the wall of esophagus do not produce any peristaltic movement, then what happens? It gets stuck there itself. It will not pull down towards the stomach. So this peristaltic movement produced or generated by the wall of esophagus help the food to pull down further towards the stomach. Now come down to the stomach. The stomach has gastric juice. Which juice is present in the stomach? Gastric juice. What is the chemical composition of gastric juice? The gastric juice has dilute HCl, dilute hydrochloric acid, and water, and bacteria, and enzymes. What are the two enzymes will be there? One is pepsin and the other is renin. These are the two enzymes present in the gastric juice. So altogether, what is the chemical composition of gastric juice of the stomach? Four things. Gastric juice present in the stomach is composed of these four things. What are they? Dilute hydrochloric acid, water, bacteria, and enzymes. So the enzymes present in the gastric juice of the stomach are two. One is pepsin and other is renin. So pepsin enzymes digest protein. The pepsin present in the stomach, gastric juice of the stomach, what they do? They are responsible to digest protein. The other enzymes, renin, they digest milk protein. They digest a normal protein present in all kind of protein present in the food. Whereas the renin, they digest only milk protein. They act on milk protein. What is milk protein? Casein. Casein is a milk protein. They digested by renin. And the dilute HCl present in the stomach, gastric juice of the stomach, provides acidic condition to the stomach. That means if any other impurities, suspended particles, harmful things are in case entered along with the food in our stomach, that is destroyed, killed by dilute hydrochloric acid. Water provides liquidity, liquid medium for the food to digest. Bacteria, they digest cellulose. You know cellulose? Cellulose is a polysaccharide. What is polysaccharide? You know, plant cell has cell wall. The cell wall in plant cell is composed with a hard complex sugar polysaccharide, that is we call cellulose. So why and how the cellulose enters into our body? We don't eat grass, we are not herbivores. Even though we eat some amount of in our diet routinely, regularly, we consume fruits, vegetables, green leaf vegetables. Therefore, there is chances of entering cellulose in our body. But human being body do not have any specific enzyme to digest cellulose. So the bacteria present in the gastric juice of our stomach, they help us to digest the amount of cellulose. And the enzymes like pepsin and renin, pepsin digests protein, renin digests milk protein, which is casein. Is it? This happens when the food is in the stomach. So stomach has what? Gastric juice. The gastric juice of stomach has these four components, and the functions composition you know. Now liver, the other digestive gland. Liver does not have any enzymes. Liver produces bile juice. That bile juice does not contain any enzymes. Here stomach has which juice? Gastric juice. Similarly, liver produces bile juice. Bile juice is produced by liver, and in the other digestive gland, pancreas, it produces pancreatic juice. In pancreatic juice, there are three enzymes. One is trypsin, other is lipase, and other is amylase. Trypsin, amylase, lipase are the three enzymes present in the pancreatic juice produced by pancreas, whereas liver produces bile juice. The bile juice produced by liver does not have any enzymes. Sodium salt will be there in the bile juice. Though the bile juice produced by liver plays a major role in emulsification of fats. It is responsible for bile juice produced by liver. It is produced in the liver. Bile juice production takes place in the liver with the help of hepatocytes. The cells present in the liver, hepatic cells or hepatocytes we call. So they digest, they emulsifies the fat. Who? Bile juice. So production of bile occurs in the liver. Once the bile is produced in the liver with the help of hepatocytes, it is further stored into the other parts, that is called down below the liver. You can see this part, a gallbladder. In a gallbladder it is stored. What is gallbladder? A site in which the bile juice is stored. Production of bile occurs in the liver. Further it is stored in the gallbladder. From gallbladder, the bile is released into the small intestine, and from pancreas through the pancreatic duct, the pancreatic juice also released into the small intestine. So in this way, there are different functions. Each and every part has a different role. When the food from stomach, when it reaches the small intestine have several intestinal juices produced in the small intestine, and the intestinal juice of small intestine have several enzymes again. They have different role. So this is enough for today. In our next class, we'll start knowing how the partial digestion occurs in the stomach itself till here. When from the food from stomach moves to the small intestine, then the complete digestion occurs. That will be discussed in our next class. So today we'll stop here. Thank you.